fruits, roots, sack or rice, Lokanath Goswami would offer it to Sri Radha Vinoda with great devotion. During the rainy and winter seasons, Lokanatha stayed under this tree with only an old quilt and very old outer cloth. During the rains, Lokanatha would keep his lord within the hollow of a tree, and he would remain outside getting wet. At other times, he would happily keep Radha Vinoda in an old bag hanging on his chest. Remembering the pastimes of Sri Gaurachandra, he would become overwhelmed and cry at this place. Yeah, somebody please take over. But just look at this. This is Acharya here, Sri Lokanath Goswami, completely renunciant. And in the rainy season, what matters to them is their lordships, not so much of what is happening to them. Bhakti is like that. Bhakti is about Krishna, not about me. When I practice bhakti for me, that's initially it can be like that, Bhakti Aparada, like that. Bhakti about me, initial phase. But Shuddha Bhakti is bhakti about you, my Lord. So if bhakti is about you, then everything revolves around him. Radha Vinoda, these deities, he didn't have a temple. Lokanath Goswami, he's a renunciant. So that little bag that hangs in his neck, jewel, that bag, that itself is the temple, resting place for Radha Vinoda. So when it is rainy, what's important is the lordships, Radha Vinoda, they should stay dry in a shelter. So they go in that hole of that tree, and he would remain outside. So keep this Lord within the hollow of a tree. So Govinda, Radha Vinoda. So bhakti for them, and he would stay outside. And for them, these are just not, little stones. Radha Vinoda, stones carved in the form of deities. No, they're not like that for them. They are actually the lordships for them. Living, sentient, reciprocating with the bhakta, with all love. They are like that for them. That's why all this care for the deities there. So when they're on that platform, they actually perceive the pastimes of the lordships and the Gaurachandra at all these Tirthastalis. That's why they become overwhelmed and cry at this place. Again, this overwhelming and crying is not at all an exaggeration, but a very natural, common occurrence in Shuddha Bhakti. Because when we are practicing bhakti, when it is moving from bhakti aparadha, even to bhakti abhasa, what to speak of Shuddha Bhakti? But the Shuddha Bhakti people, their heart is always melting. So in bhakti aparadha, our heart is hard, we don't even realize. Our heart is hard to ourselves, to people around, everywhere. There is no melting business there. It's just very hard. And we don't even see what hurt we are causing. It's just hard. That's why bhakti aparadha. But as we continue to do bhakti in the light of these acharyas, in the direction and mood of these acharyas, the heart literally starts to melt. What does that feel like? It feels like expansion of energy in the Anahata chakra. That is the chakra in the heart area. So when there is the expansion of energy in Anahata Chakra. It sounds so Ashtanga yogic terms, but the same thing happens in Bhakti. All those yogis, they do so much to get that Kundalini raised to Anahata Chakra. But here you go in Bhakti, the Anahata Chakra is so easily expanded. Even when we are going to Bhakti Abhasa, not even Shuddha Bhakti, what to say. So easily expanded. And as a result, automatically, when that is expanding, naturally there would be tears coming down the, rolling down the cheeks. That's just a natural thing. And hair standing on the end. It's all because of what happens, those spiritual emotions melting the heart. Yeah, so that's why these devotees and Gaurachandra, whenever they come to these pastimes, they're experiencing it. For us, when we go to Tirthastalis, we hardly see them because we are distracted about how not clean it is, how sweaty it is, or how cold it is, how achy our body is, and how all these physical barriers. So we are hardly present even to see the place. But these devotees, they have crossed that Annamaya Kosha. There are no barriers, such barriers for them. So they are actually present in the Leela with the feeling. So it's not an exaggeration and not unusual for these devotees to just cry is a natural thing. It's a common thing, all-time happening thing. What can they do when the heart is melting like that? There's no control. When the heart melts, tears come out. There is no control there. So it's just their bhakti in heart. Yeah. So bhakti in word, bhakti in mind. This is bhakti in heart. Shuddha bhakti. Yes, please, somebody else. After
describing these topics, Raghava became impatient and swam in his own tears. Srinivas and Narottama fell to ground and rolled in the dust. They sighed deeply and swam in their tears of ecstatic love. After some time, Raghav Pandit regained his composure and Srinivas and Narottama along, they continued on their way. Raghav Pandit said, "This town is Narisemari.
Yeah, Mataji. Yeah. We'll pause here, Mataji, because look at this. We have just discussed, right? When their heart is melting, why does the heart melt? Because they're really present there. They are feeling it. See, they don't have to imagine. They don't have to try. They're feeling it. And that's why the heart is melting and they're overwhelmed and the tears are there. Look at this condition. All these acharyas swam in his own tears. They fell onto the ground, rolled in the dust. It's like when somebody is angry, it's only natural that they shout. And the body may tremble. It's like that. So these, when they are in this spiritual ecstasy, experiencing the emotions in the heart, this is only natural to happen for these acharyas. And they really have to gather themselves and regain their composure. And that's what they did again. After sighing deeply and after gathering themselves and regaining the composure, and then move on from there. Yeah, so they have to put effort when they are being, swimming in their tears and drowned in this ecstasy. They really have to put effort to gather themselves and to compose themselves and then move on. Isn't that so wonderful? Just opposite to what happens on this side in Ananta Nivritti. We really have to gather ourselves to move on to do big. Anyway, this is what we are, is just green mango. And over a period of time, with the conditions created by these acharyas, all of us green mangoes will also be turning into sweet yellow mangoes for the lordships. Yes, Mataji, you may please kindly continue.
Raghav Pandit said, this town is Narisemari, previously known as Shama Kinnari. Seeing no way to break Radha's angry mood, Krishna took the form of Sakhi, Shama Sakhi here. While playing Veena, Krishna as Shama Sakhi arrived here before Radharani, who exclaimed, in every way she seems to be a Kinnari. Hearing the sound of the Veena, Radha became overwhelmed and put her jeweled necklace on the neck of Shama Sakhi. The Kinnari said, give me the jewel of your anger and accept me as your own. Hearing these words, Radha gave up her angry mood and slowly smiled as she became overwhelmed in delight. In this way, the two towns are named. The influence of Devi at this place is very intense.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. So that's Narisemari. Narisemari. I don't know what the original word was, but that's the place where Lord Krishna, Shama, turned into Shama Sakhi to mellow down Sri Radhika. So that's the place. And I want to see. Yeah, I think we can do this today. Yes, please. Somebody can go ahead, read from here, hearing this. I think that's done. Oh, Srinivas.
Oh, Srinivasa. Please go ahead. Please.
O Srinivasa, see in front is Chatravana. At this place, the son of Nanda became king. A few days later, after Krishna became king, Purnamasi, floating in happiness, crowned Radharani the queen of Vrindavana. Who can possibly describe the pastime of Radharani? Radharani's Abhisheka as the queen of Vrindavana that was performed here at Radhastali. In the Vraja Vilasa Stava, it is stated, ordered by Brahma, who spoke from the sky, Purnamasi Devi crowned Srimati Radharani, queen of the beautiful forest of Vrindavana, by jubilantly sprinkling the waters of the Manasa Ganga and other sacred rivers upon her head in the company of Savitri Devi and other delighted demigoddesses. I pray that the sacred place known as Unmattha Radhastali, the place where Srimati Radharani became overwhelmed with happiness, may sprinkle some transcendental happiness upon me. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, all dear devotees. This is so nice. This is Vrajadam Parikrama. And we are seeing how acharyas are actually being there in the Dham, experiencing the pastimes, seeing the pastimes, and experiencing where if Gaurachandra is coming, then he would experience the feelings of Srimati Radharani like that. And the devotees, when they are seeing these pastimes, they're perceiving the pastimes there, then they experience the joy too. So this is Dham Parikrama of the Shuddha Bhaktas, where they are seeing the pastimes and perceiving the feelings too. They are actually feeling it. And so we have Narisemari, where Shama became Shama Sakhi, Chatravana, and Radhastali, where Radharani's Abhishek was done. This is Unmattha Radhastali. How potent are these places? Sri Radha Vinoda of Lokanath Goswami. The life of Lokanath Goswami, Sri Radha Vinoda. Not just the stones, little carved stones, but they are actually Sri Radha and Vimoda for Lokanath Goswami. And yeah, his life was around these deities. So those are the acharyas, our acharyas in the Vrajabhumi, seeing the pastimes, perceiving and experiencing. So that is our parampara, our acharyas, and we are following their instructions, praying for their mood. This is our Acharya Upasana, Acharya Sangha for this evening, and we will meet again. Monday is Gaur Purnima celebration, so we will meet again on Thursday. Initially, I was thinking, I was trying to do a number of pages and say so-called finish with Ratnakara, but I ceased doing that. I guess whenever it is over, then we will move on to the next one. Since Monday is Gaur Purnima, I'm hoping the coming Thursday maybe we can hear something about Gaurachandra, at least for that time, on Thursday. And then after that we can continue with this Bhakti Ratnakara. After Bhakti Ratnakara,